Paint Night Podcast is about getting to know the artist behind the painting. Our mission is to provide a platform where artists come together to create art and share their stories. Thank you for joining us and supporting the arts. And now we're live.
Sweet.
If I get the phones off by a few seconds.
Welcome YouTube and Instagram.
From the future. Just kidding.
Well, by the time you see it, past.
Welcome, everybody. Let's see. And the cat's at the door.
How's it going, Josh? And yes, I'm still a sexy beast. Thank you. You were my confidence booster of the week.
Let's see. I'm trying to find a good reference photo of a woman looking back.
Later. Thanks for stopping in.
That one's good. Oh my god, almost dipped it in my coffee already.
The show can start. You've
with
tried
me
to
poisoning myself.
Yeah,
it's the perfect way to start. It's the ultimate way of attention.
Right? If you don't watch, I'm gonna drink paint juice.
Something like that. Paint juice. That sounds
Gross.
It sounds very gross.
Well, that's why they don't call milk cow juice.
Eesh.
Yeah, think about that.
Rather not. But
All right.
let's see. So what are you hoping to accomplish for today?
Same as usual. World dominance.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Cure for hemorrhoids.
I think you'd get a Nobel Peace Prize for that shit. I guarantee. Literally.
Maybe. I've got a team of scientists working around the clock. In my ass.
So
Not
Toby
really.
switch
Not
over to
really.
a scientist.
Professor Toby.
That has a nice ring though. Oh shit, the arm's gonna be way back.
B. I'd be like the professor from Frankenstein. Or young Frankenstein.
I like that.
And yes, I'm
But
drinking
yes, I could
coffee.
see that. Cool, so then booby.
Did you say booby?
Yes. I'm trying to sketch this out, Toby.
We only perform at the utmost level of professionalism. Use words as like booby,
Oh, please.
titty balls,
Titty balls.
try balls.
That'd be so gross.
My buddy JD, what's happening, man? And Keegan, my cousin.
Muscle talk. Wait, that's congratulations saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus, I can't speak today. Let's see. Oh. Cinnamon and coffee is pretty good.
Yeah. A little bit of cinnamon in your coffee at night makes everything okay.
Everything seems like it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Hope everybody is having a
Wonderful, stressful holidays.
yeah, you know, last minute shopping today. If anybody did that, I didn't, because sorry, I don't buy for the holidays.
Oh, please. He sketched on every single one of his boxes.
I'm not done wrapping. Today
cool,
is the
though.
day of wrapping.
I feel like as an artist, though, like, putting that little extra touch of, like, drawing on people's stuff. I always do that for, like, whenever I send out mail or, like, fan art and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely draw on it. Either my face or their face or, like, something similar to what I drew them.
Yeah, I like doing that stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
Just like little cartoons.
Yeah, like quick sketches.
Mm-hmm.
People appreciate that ish too.
I like to think so.
I know so.
Oh, and congratulations to my nephew, Brock.
Did he win the Star Wars thing?
He won the Star Wars painting.
Woo!
The giveaway. Go figure. It was kind of weird. I'm gonna have to like come full on with this because I just drew the name and I was like, all right, well, whatever's whatever. And then I opened it up and I'm like, shit. That's my my nephew.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna look rigged.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is this,
exactly. Like
Toby?
in my head, I'm doing the whole like, are people gonna think that I just made this happen or just picked him out just so it could stay in the family kind of like
Passing on down.
it wasn't.
The family name.
Ali was here. She can attest that I put everybody's thing in a little container and and drew it at random, shook it up, did all the stuff that I was supposed to. I actually let Inkwell kind of grab it. Yeah. Inkwell, if you haven't known or haven't caught on, is the cat.
Inkwell the cat. She's spoiled. She good. Let's see. I still can't find a really great picture at all.
Yeah, I'm back at this one. Hopefully finish it soon. I keep saying that, but I think I said that about a year ago.
Ooh, you know what?
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna have her do that instead. Like she's holding on, and then like flickers to ash. What?
You got a lot of changing to do.
I know. That's my brain. That's the horrible thing about my brain. I'll like come up with something even better, and I'm like, God damn it! All right, that makes more sense. If that makes sense.
No, I totally get it. I've
Like,
done that a million times.
I have definitely like dropped kicked the shit out of a lot, or burned it. Like I was like, I gotta start all over again.
Yeah.
Because I got a new and better idea, and I know that's gonna look a lot better than what I got, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's the struggle. We got.
It is
I don't know.
the struggle, but it's also that's why I tend to
Pre-plan.
Yeah.
I try
especially on bigger stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I try to an extent, but I don't know. I need to learn to just flow with it a little bit better to get stuff out done. But damn it, this brushes. I need to get more bigger brushes. Frack. But yeah, no, I'm just
What
my
up,
derpy
Tom?
self.
Need better brushes, is that what you said?
Bigger brushes.
Bigger brushes.
Yeah, because I definitely fucked up this one.
Maybe Santa Claus will bring you some for Christmas.
What?
I mean, Santa Claus, not me.
Are you talking to Santa Claus again?
Santa Claus, bring us brushes.
That would be the best.
Big brushes.
My grandpa used to get me like a card to Jerry's Artorama every year, which was wonderful. And then I love Martina, but then they started switching to Coach bags for like 2 Christmases in a row, and I was like, when have I ever expressed interest? Like I appreciate the thought and I get it, but at that time I was definitely not that girl.
Yeah. Are
So
you
I
that
had-
girl now?
Nah, not really. I mean, you could get way cuter bags that aren't branded for like $30-$40 maybe, like $60 maximum, but you don't need to spend like at the other day when we went to Macy's. Was it Macy's?
Yep.
Was it
Macy's.
JC? Yeah, it was Macy's. It's like $300-$400 a bag.
Yeah.
Like I would be afraid to put that thing down anywhere.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's a fashion statement. It's saying I got monies, and people pay for it, and that's cool. But Jesus.
Yeah. I know my buddy, my brother Tom, he's like, I need to start these earlier before I have to go to bed. I feel you, sir. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can watch it anytime.
Yep. You still have an equal part to participate. Tell us what we're doing wrong.
Yeah. Definitely tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I can't figure it out.
Because we don't know what the hell we're doing. We never do. Big booty.
That I mean, thanks again. I can't wait to see this thing done either. So I have so many things I need to work on. As soon as I am done with this, I believe yeah, I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. I've taken a hiatus on my tarot deck for like almost 2 years. So I had a little bit of time off, like 3 days, which is amazing in my world. And I was thinking I was gonna like jump back into those on those days, and it seemed that life tends to have a mind of its own, as we all know. So I didn't get a chance to jump back into it then. So as soon as I finish this guy, I'm gonna jump back into doing my major arcana.
Woo.
And finish a few cards that I have left. Some of the funner cards as well. So I'm excited to get back into it.
I'm excited to see those. The ones you have so far are pretty cool. Do you have those online somewhere?
No, I've kept those pretty hidden. Very secretive.
Have you thought about whatchamacallit? I lost train of thought. Like putting them on your stories or something to show what people.
I thought about it. The reason that I never kind of put them on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that was because the set wasn't finished yet, and I didn't want it out there, like on the internet, I guess.
Why not? Till they were all completed?
Until they were completed, and it's one of those things that I didn't want people to kind of like jack my ideas before I could have them completed. I mean, I have had a couple art shows with them involved with it, but then again, the series wasn't finished, and it was just kind of like, hey, I'm back in town, look at the stuff that I've been working on. So
Gotcha.
I should have them, well, I'll be working on them on here, so they will be, at least a few of them will be up and visible soon.
Nancy says, hey, Toby.
Hey, Nance. Is that my sister? Yeah. We will...
Nancy
Stanky?
Stanky.
Yep.
I didn't want to say it like that.
Yeah. Yo. Steinecke.
Stanky.
Steinecke.
Steinecke.
Yeah. We will be seeing Nancy.
Did you say Wednesday?
Wednesday, yes. 5:30, 6 o'clock, something of that nature. Up in the Great North.
Oh. So are we gonna...
Say, get back.
Well, I'll talk to Matt. I'll be sure.
Well,
I should be able to. I usually get off around that time just because it's slow.
That's an hour and a half drive away.
Oh, shit. That's right. I'll figure it out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Things and stuff.
Stuff and things. Hi, little brat. Sweet. Can't wait to meet you, Ollie. I hope I get to. Let's see. Getting all the purple in again.
This seems to be the animal program.
I know, right?
That's all right. That's what the holidays are all about. Spending time with the family.
I know, my poor family. This is the second Christmas I've skipped out on.
But if you could have made it, you would have.
Last year's wasn't exactly like that. I could have made it back home earlier, but I don't know. I felt bad for my mom. I just, she said we will wait up for you. LOL. And my mom, she wanted me back for Christmas because it was her Christmas, and I was totally planning to, for sure. But I was still in Taos, and I was like figuring out what my next moves were, and I ended up being like not there, and she was pissed. I told her the truth too, because I called Raven beforehand, and I was like, do you think I should tell mom blah blah blah, or should I like make up a car excuse or something to like, just so she doesn't worry as much? And I usually do, but I was like, I'm contemplating telling the truth because this is my life now, and I need to tell the truth more often because that's like, you got to face it on. Because
that's an adult thing to do.
Yeah, well, I've figured that out
Later,
a little bit.
Love you, brother.
And like telling the truth and taking responsibility for what you do and say instead of lying. Mm-hmm. So I've been a lot better at that. But I usually tell my mom and dad like stupid excuses so that way they don't worry as much. Like that's become a habit. So I was like, I want to do that, but I also know my mom, so I'm gonna call Raven and see what's up. And she's like, yeah, mom won't worry, blah blah blah. And then she wouldn't answer the phone, so I told my mom that I wasn't gonna make it through text. Mm-hmm. And before my mom calls me, my sister sends me a text, and she's like, I miscalculated. She did not take that well. She called me. Yeah, my poor mom. I was like, I want to be back, but something like I'm not done with what I need to hear. Like, there's something here that I need and I can't leave yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it was hard to explain to her that I was still searching a little bit and I didn't get my answer yet, but I felt like if I stayed a little longer, I would have.
Mm-hmm. And did you?
I did. I did from, partly at the mountain, which is a magical thing itself, but also there's an artist that happened to be there at the same time, and she's from she's from San Marcos as well. She works at one of the top shops there, called Classic Tattoo. Well, it is a top shop. It's the longest lasting and the cleanest / most professional people there. Mm-hmm. But like they're top rated, and she happened to be there, and she kind of told me exactly like what I'm doing now. She didn't know who I was, found out, and she's like, I think the universe brought us together, girl, and told me that I needed to travel and meet other artists because if I stayed in the same place for too long,
you get complacent.
But also she felt that I was in a place where people were like all at the same level, and that if I wanted to learn, I needed to go seek out really, really like people who have been in it for years and years and really good at styles and different things like that nature. Because I was going to Taos trying to figure out what was wrong, but partly I already knew because I wasn't feeling as confident with my work, and it was making me depressed because I owned a shop and I had these high expectations for myself without really realizing it, which is good. I just didn't like pick up that that's what was bothering me for a while. And then I went there and got my answer, and I was like, all right, I guess the universe... And I found that answer also in the mountain when I was like sitting there and just looking at things and painting and thinking and contemplating over things. So I did get my answer.
There you go.
But it pissed my mom off.
Well,
But it also, and then I continued.
You have to break a few eggs in order to make an omelet.
I know, but it's my mom. And
no, I get it.
And I feel bad because I'm now attempting to be a lot better with my family, which is great. I think actually, strangely, me moving away even further kind of brought me closer to my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went away for college, I talked to my dad mainly, and that hurt my mom a lot, but it was kind of hard to talk to her for the longest time. Just because I think my poor mom having all girls, I feel like we became daddy's girls kind of deal. And okay. Dad was always kind of like, he took us to places and we were more familiar with him. I started business with him. Like, I would talk to him for most things, except emotional and money stuff. That he would stress me the fuck out on. Like, extremely anxiety driven. But my mom, it was like, I could tell her anything, but then she was getting to a point where she was just getting worried. Straight up worried about a lot.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I do a lot of crazy shit now. Compared to the past me.
It happens, I suppose.
Yeah. But like I said, I feel like since I've started traveling, I've gotten closer to my family in a weird way.
Nobody knows you like family.
Yeah, true. But you also have like the most resentment toward like loved ones and stuff, you know? Not resentment, but like
well, you
feel the most feelings with them, so it's sometimes hard to talk to them. I feel like.
Yeah, I can, I suppose. Everybody's situation is different, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in my case, like, nobody knows me like my family. It's super introverted that way. Where I'm pretty guarded. I let people see only bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Or what I'm feel comfortable with, or what they even feel comfortable with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my blood family, they definitely know, but there's like also, you know, those friend families, yeah, they know. So like, family knows me, you know. Can I say you know one more time?
Don't you know?
Oh, don't you know? Nobody knows family like family, don't you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's funny because I like hearing my mom's and dad's stories about when we were younger. Mm-hmm. And Raven and I feel like are the yin and yang to each other. Like, she's my other half.
Yeah.
We're both the crazies, but she's my crazy other half on the other side. But yeah, her and I didn't really get along for the longest time. And then we started getting along when I left for college. And we kind of clicked a lot more. And we would not debate, but go back and forth about our experiences, which were complete, you know, because things seem... I don't know if you feel this way with your brother, but things seemed to feel the same. Like, you figured they would feel the same experiences in the same way, and then you talk to them and it's like completely different.
Well, yeah, of course, because they can't feel the same things they had. They seen it from a different perspective. Right. You have to take into account the age difference, mm-hmm. what's going on in their life when said thing happens. You know, even if they were right there, they might not be paying attention or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess I for some reason, not that I thought she experienced the same things. Like, I know she took things a lot tougher than I did, but
as in, like, she's more sensitive?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah. I just tended to close myself off. But
building walls.
All the walls.
Start calling you Trump.
I know.
Building walls and such.
Yep. I gotta get a MAGA hat now. Be like, I've been emotionally putting up walls my whole life. That's a good t-shirt, actually. I want to put that on.
Forever 12.
Forever 12.
Build walls.
Building emotionally unstable walls. It would be in like, it would be a red t-shirt with like white like handwriting, like build a wall kind of deal. That would make me so happy. I'd buy like 10 of those.
Stay tuned to Forever 12s.
Dude, we need to definitely like try it out. Like not put our names on there quite yet, but do like the stupidest shit. And put it up on, because they got so many websites now. They got so many websites to do like t-shirts that send it off to people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we can make some good money.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have something already set up. For that stuff.
Somewhere in my emails is the password.
Something like that.
But yeah. Let's see.
Mom has sent a request to be in the video, so...
Oh my god, do it.
I'm waiting on you, Ma.
Ma.
Hey.
Hey, Ma.
Hello.
What's
You
up?
know what? Your dad just said that he shot something like that.
You shot something like what? The thing that I'm...
Yeah, what you're painting.
That's awesome.
I kind of chuckled myself.
Well, yeah.
But anyways, I just thought I'd jump on here and entertain your crowd there.
Oh, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it.
Welcome,
You're welcome.
Toby's
Hey,
mom.
what time are you popping in tomorrow?
What time do you want us to pop in tomorrow?
Well, supper will probably be between 5 and 6.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for, so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head in a little bit earlier than that so I can stop
Oh,
by
that's
and
fine.
say hi to Grandma.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already told me that she's not coming.
Okay. I will visit
So.
her then.
Well, you want me? I will, like, forewarn her so she'll be dressed. It's not like she's gonna be naked. Sorry, folks.
No. That's hilarious. Welcome to a special Christmas episode.
Right. This is the special Christmas episode with my Ma.
I'm gonna put featuring your mom.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not dressed up either, so.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, well, I gotta get back to the Cherries Jubilee, so.
All right.
Alright?
All right. I will
Thank
be
you,
destroying it. Oh,
See
yeah.
ya, Ma.
Bye, Ma.
Oh, and by
Oh.
the way,
Yeah.
Keegan about crapped when he seen who the winner was. The first thing Brock said, or Keegan said to Brock that morning was, "You suck."
Yeah, I'll be
So,
hand delivering that tomorrow.
At least you don't gotta mail it
just,
now.
Keegan made that comment, and I'm sure he's bringing that tomorrow.
Cool. And I will be.
So- Oh, I know. Okay, well, listen, I'm gonna let you go,
All right, Ma.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
All right?
All right. Love you, Ma.
Okay, love you.
All right. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I love your mom.
Mom is the best.
Hey, Inkwell. Little shithead.
Well, now everybody knows what I'm doing tomorrow.
I think her body's too skinny now. Yeah, I need to bring it. Damn it! This needs to come out a little bit more. Like a smidget out. Smidget.
A V-bit. I mean, you got a good angle on it.
Yeah. What is that noise for?
Well, I'm looking at, like, the head, the shoulders, like it's all out of proportion.
Fuck.
That's part of the fun, the fun-filled, like, I started this, and now it's going to turn into that.
I'm gonna
No.
burn it to hell.
No.
It would look more realistic as a phoenix.
Oh.
I could say that was part of the art project all along and just video it.
Man. No, don't.
That'd be so cool, though.
You might as well poop in a jar. Sell it.
Shut
as
up,
art.
Toby. Don't tell me. Poop in a jar. You're right, though. That is kind of the same thing.
No. You're good. I was just saying, like, if you look at the proportions, my head is right in the camera. God, that's horrifying. Just seen it. Like, I don't want to see that.
Have you seen that SpongeBob? Where the guy comes out and he's bald and everyone's like, bald. The shiny.
No. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, look at the proportions of her head. Because I really like the way that
her head is, yeah.
like your face and everything is really good. Just start matching everything to that. It's going to shorten everything up.
Oh, so the shoulder needs to go up a little?
Mm-hmm.
That's my mixing sound now. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Now to our adult section of Paint Night Podcast. Buckety fuck.
Oh God, I hope that doesn't go around on the. It probably will, but
no, you're good.
Oh,
stop it.
Alright.
If this is the worst thing that's happened to you
The worst.
today,
The absolute
your
worst.
life is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah. No, I love my life. But Jesus, this woman.
Well, it's not the woman's fault.
It's mine. I was talking about this woman.
Oh, and it's nobody's fault. It's just a learning experience. Like, all right, maybe have it kind of researched out a little bit. Did you just shush me?
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. No matter where I look, my big, goofy face gets in the camera.
You're fine, dude.
Oh, yeah. Everybody says that. I don't want to see my big, goofy face.
I like your big goofy face.
Well, I'm glad that you like my big, goofy face. Glad that other people like it. I don't want to necessarily look at it. If we're going to be honest about things. I happened to look over and I was like,
too?
oh, man, there's a big, weird gray thing. Oh, that's my beard.
Damn it.
Oofafa. Center.
Oofafa.
Oofafa.
I'm centered. Ugh.
Did you fart?
No, I didn't fart. I just sniffled too hard. And Nancy says so bright and shiny. I assume from my comment.
Or my big head. I don't know.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Let's see. It's weird seeing this camera because it goes like 8 seconds after we've already done everything.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Oh, so your time travel.
We time traveling.
I got a time travel dance. I really don't.
Time travel dance?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that needs to come up more, huh?
Time travel dance?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Isn't that the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing?
Oh, no, that's a time warp.
Oh, two different things.
I mean, I would I would totally substitute my dance for the time warp.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm into that. I like the time warp. It's just a step to the left.
You know, I've heard it multiple times.
Put your hands on your hips. And bring the knees in tight.
So was it a musical first and then it became a
No. It was a movie
first.
And then
it became like a thing.
Yeah, kind of cult classic.
I see.
Which is one of my favorites. Definitely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely one of my favorites.
A favorite of mine.
A favorite. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, so.
Hmm?
Well done.
I know, and that was insight. I know, it sounded like a frog. Let's see.
Now look at your model. See how close
The
the shoulder is to the chin. You're getting there. I'm just
I know.
saying.
No, please keep helping me talk through this with
But
me
like you
before I,
also have to
bring
keep
something
in
up.
consideration that your like the angle of the profile that you have for the face
It's
is
a little
not
forward
as
more.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get the general kind of sense / also hopefully immigrate it well. Immigrate it? Am I saying
Integrate.
that right?
To integrate.
Okay.
Immigrate? I mean
Word of the day.
immigration.
It's legal.
It's legal?
Yes.
Immigration is legal, yes.
If it's legal. Let's see. Yes, you big head. So need to watch it. That's what your Nancy's saying.
I'll still need to watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
So need to watch it. Maybe. There's one other person that hasn't watched it other than me. Well, now I've watched it, so I guess
Yeah.
it's not a thing anymore.
There's a lot of people that haven't seen it. It's not exactly what most people watch.
Most normal people.
I'm
No, I
far
could
from.
definitely-
I'm far from even considering myself as normal. I'm normal for me.
We creatives, yo.
I mean, that's a nice way of putting crazy.
I mean,
Non-traditional.
we're non-traditionalists.
I'm definitely that. I mean, I like tradition, or my traditions. The ones that I choose to adhere to.
Your rituals.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has rituals.
No matter what religion you are.
Well, yeah, it's just like even daily, like people get stuck in like a routine. Routine is just another word for ritual.
I could see that.
You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, take a shower, brush your teeth, go to use the facilities, whatever.
Use the
But like if
facility.
you do that the same, like the same time in the same way, that becomes a ritual.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely see that. Okay, just breath. Let's see how to do this shit.
Have you ever done the grid?
And the grid for like drawings and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah,
yes,
taking,
it
like-
annoys me. Sorry,
But
what
like
were you gonna
taking
say? I will
taking
take
from
input.
from size.
Yeah.
I mean, as size matters, like when I'm trying to do something the exact same or something bigger,
Mm-hmm.
like it definitely will help me out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily have to draw the grid on the canvas, but I can section it off in my head.
Oh, like this stuff? I see. Like put it into Photoshop and put like a grid over it kind of deal, or are you talking just
I mean, definitely. I'm not that technically inclined as far as doing that. I learned it the old way of just like putting a grid over it, like either tracing one on or just using your brain to kind of like grid everything out into nines, and then do the same on a smaller piece, and then you can recreate it in a larger size or a smaller size or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm down to try that next time because this shit's taking too long. Or I just need to sketch the full thing out. Well, I did that before.
Yeah, but you changed your mind.
I know, I change my mind frequently. I guess I need to like...
Which is your prerogative.
It is. I used to do this thing where I drew something 3 times and then picked the best one out of that. I need to do that more.
And then stick with it.
Yeah.
That's
also the other thing, yes. That is true.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, the process that you're going through. It's takes aggravating.
Longer. It takes longer, and it's aggravating.
Sure.
And then I'll change my mind quite consistently. But yeah, I need to do that more. Because I think I started creating, like I had the idea, and then I started creating, and I realized that idea wasn't really working. But I need to draw it like 3 times to make sure it like flows nicely.
That's usually when I bulldoze it.
Like paint over it all together?
Yeah, because in my experience, just for myself, let's say I got to this point and in my mind I was like, that's not working, all the angles are off, I don't want to do, if I was going to try and fix it by trying just to fix a few pieces of it, it would still throw me off so much because I'd want to save certain parts and it wouldn't be completely
what you want.
Yeah. So I would just paint it completely black and start all over again because I would waste less time like trying to pick little pieces out that were going to work or weren't going to work. You know what I mean? Then just start over from scratch and go for it.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just stubborn as fuck. But yeah, no, actually I've done that a lot with other pieces. Or I'll just stop working on it altogether. A lot of frustration.
That's no good.
I know. I'm working on it. I'm a lot better with completing shit now, even though I'm still struggling with it. But I'm still working on it. Yeah.
It's a process.
It's definitely a process, and it's drawing and painting is one of those things you kind of have to do consistently. Because like I used to be really fast with a lot of things, and now I'm not. Well, I'm a lot faster now than what I used to be, but especially with painting, I stopped painting altogether for like 2 years or so, and then getting back into it was like really hard, or it took me way too long. I used to be a speedy artist, and then I took an arrow to the knee. Joking, but you don't know that weird word. But I like painting.
Finish that thought. It's what?
It's from Skyrim. I'm a dork.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, there's this soldier that's really well known for. His comment is, you go up to him as the adventurer, and he's like, I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee. And for some reason it blew up as like a huge meme.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Oh man, I miss that game so much. It's good. I'm devoting a lot more of my time toward art and stuff lately. But I think after this painting, I would like to do this challenge of doing a painting a week.
It's definitely doable.
It is doable. It is. I just need to drink more coffee at night or in the morning.
Or just
get the fuck up.
I mean, coffee doesn't necessarily.
It's the magical drug of all drugs.
No. Hardly.
I know.
You have to want to do it.
Yeah.
Coffee or no coffee. Cigarettes or no cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
I say cigarettes because I used to bitch about, like, I can't paint without smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
Not so much now, though.
What do you mean?
I said not so much now,
I smoke cigarettes.
but before it was like a need.
No.
Do you have your painting rituals, is what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah, I have.
What's your painting rituals?
As far as, like, when I take breaks, usually, like, I haven't done it here because this is a different setup.
Right.
But I usually set painting up near a window where when I take a break and I go smoke a cigarette, I smoke outside and I look through the window and I look at it and I process what needs to be done, what I should do next, you know.
Taking that farther back look
Yeah.
to make sure everything makes sense from a distance kind of deal.
Yeah, and when I'm doing, like if I'm painting at a convention or something of that nature, I'll take a picture of it with my phone and then while I'm smoking a cigarette, I look at the thumbnail or the smaller picture because then I'm looking at a condensed version of it and I can like really pick out or make it more dramatic.
That's a good idea. I like taking a picture with your phone.
It's the same thing as drawing a thumbnail. That's why, you know, I kind of stress draw it in a thumbnail size. That way you're just working on major flow, major, you know, dramatic movement and all that good stuff. And if it works in a thumbnail, then you can enlarge it, add a little more detail, and then from there, if you need, enlarge it again, bring more detail into it.
I think that's what I'm definitely going to do next time because I've been doing the sketchbook stuff, trying to draw at least once a day or at least draw every now and then in it. I've been drawing a lot on my iPad since I've gotten that, but
Was it every day or every now and again?
Every day. I need to draw one thing at least a day. And I've been doing more on the iPad lately, so there hasn't been much in the sketchbook. But in the sketchbook, I have plenty of cool things that I've sketched out this year so far. And same with the iPad. But yeah, I keep drawing like full scale pages and just drawing the whole sketch on there. But then when I transfer them onto, so one I tried to do as a tattoo, and this one was the other one that I have in my sketchbook. But I need to draw in the thumbnail, so I think I just need to divide it in 4. Draw the thumbnail, pick the best one out of the 4, draw it more elaborate on the next page. I think that's how I should start planning paintings a little bit better.
That. Yeah.
And reference photos. Just have all the reference photos out in front of me. You're only as good as your reference photos.
As I told you.
Yes. You know what's funny? It's people forget that for a strange reason. When, not you or I, but when I was in art school, a lot of people would try to draw things out of their head. Or they'll look at things and not pay attention to the shapes of the things. They'll, like, how my art teacher explained, and I'm sure I've said this already, but, like, my art teacher explained how when you look at a hand, you only draw things like those horribly done turkey hands that you trace over your hand. So you think of the 5 ligaments, but you don't think of the details of the knuckles or the fingernails or like how the hand is shaped, rather than the idea of it. Like a tree, you could draw like one straight line with like lines indicating like leaves, but if you actually look at a tree, it doesn't ever look like that. It has little shapes and stuff that make it defined as a tree.
Sure.
And so it's just interesting. I know a lot of people kind of have a hard time going past that like idea.
It's a little bit of that ego.
You think so?
I think a little bit.
Because I know people who can trace over, but then when they actually try to do, or not even trace over, but they'll try to do one thing, and me being one of them for sure, but I'm just quite stubborn with certain things, but sometimes forgetting to see the references, and you can definitely tell.
What does stubbornness derive from?
Ego. I will admit.
And it's not ego is not a bad thing. It's just you need to keep it in check, just like everything else. I mean, we all need
keep it in
ego.
balance. Yeah, you need an ego to. What do you need an ego for?
Have confidence.
That's true.
Without
That's
an
true.
ego, you would just be an emotionally jellyfish that you just like. I don't know. I'm not good at anything.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like a lot of artists like.
An ego
is true
is
artists though. But
ego is protection.
yeah.
It's an emotional protection agent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it can, just like anything else, it can be overgrown and puffed up and
Yeah.
or not strong enough. You just
Yeah.
have to find balance with everything.
For sure.
But that is why you need, or not need, but why most people should always be
Facing your shadows.
self-aware. Yeah,
Kind
like good and bad. Like, hey, you know, I have whatever. I'm not great at drawing horses, but I'm pretty fucking good at drawing people or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
positives, but also recognizing your weaknesses. And then
Yeah.
if you want to improve on your weaknesses, then you just admit it first and then move forward with trying to learn from others or
yeah,
through yourself.
I mean,
like admit to yourself that it's okay that you're not like that.
yeah, you
but
just
it's
if that's something that you want to do, you just improve it.
Yeah,
you know?
you work on it just like everything else.
Yep. But having that honest and fair look at yourself and not like I'm the fuck best. Everybody loves me. Or
I'm so popular.
or even like nobody likes me, everybody hates me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go eat worms. You know what I mean? Like it has to be balanced. Like, all right, you know, I'm not the best. People probably think I'm fucking arrogant for saying this or that or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, but everyone has their own opinions and
Sure.
different shapes and forms, which is totally cool. The important thing is to shape your own opinion / also I don't know, with art it's very experimental. Like there's the fundamentals, like pay attention to the details of things and how to make things clear and concise, but it's all different styles and different brush strokes and different ways of doing it, different
there's no right
subjects and
or
stuff.
wrong way of
Right.
art. Art is art.
right
It's expression to a degree.
but I don't know, I dig it. I like art. It's funny, someone was like it's just everyone has their own things. I
Mhm.
feel like everyone has their own things that they're more drawn to, and I feel like that's a birth thing. Like when you're born, you are not assigned necessarily, but you find that thing a little bit that makes you curious. And in a weird way, I feel like whatever you're curious about will lead you exactly where you need to go if you follow the curiosity. Even though, like, because my curiosity was always art. And so art led me to anime, loved anime. Anime led me to graphic design, loved that. And then that led me to, but I also had the opportunity of taking up like 3D art and 2D art and different kinds of ways of doing it until I found tattoos, but I already knew from all my experience. And it's strange because I was like, thank God, because I loved illustration and I loved doing the conventions, but I was getting a little scared of, I was getting bored of that, but that was the only thing I knew that kind of work would be useful for at the time, except for illustrations and graphic design. And then I got bored of graphic design because they're like, make it simpler. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. And, and then I fell into tattoos, and it's like almost every art is available. I could use all my Photoshop skills and my skills with drawing on a pad and like I was just grateful that I was like, oh, thank God I fell into something that actually is useful for what I've already been training for a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, just read, how do I explain? But yeah, just following your intuition can lead you into really cool places, I think is what I'm trying to say.
It can, definitely.
It can, sure. So you like oils more because of the function? And you said that it kind of, people look at it in a different way?
That's why I started it. I like oils just because of a lot of the rich colors and looks that I can get out of it. I definitely started it because everybody tended to have a higher whatever idea or thought it was more significant or more validating.
Like for an artiste.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the Renaissance way of doing it with the old school, like, paintings. When we think paintings from, like, Europe and such. Renaissance-y area? Is that what I mean?
I don't know. What do you mean?
I think that's what I mean.
Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't take a second look at my art after they found out that it wasn't oil. So that's what spurred me on to do it. And I mean, to be completely honest, like, for years I kind of avoided getting into oils because it was just that, like, oh shit, it's going to be so hard.
Oh, really?
To learn. Yeah. I mean,
Did you find it hard to pick up?
Actually, no, not really. I had a lot of help.
And you studied it beforehand.
Well, I had great pointers from some fucking amazing artists.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That helps out a lot, for sure.
Gunner, probably, the artist Gunner.
No way.
Gave me probably some of the best advice that I could have heard at that time, yeah.
Working with artists is great.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
For sure.
But you have to have that open mind and be willing to listen and absorb that information.
Right. Dude, it's
There's a lot of people that don't, they're like, oh, help me. And then you tell them and they don't even listen. And it's like, well, why in the fuck am I wasting my time? Holy shit. It's 8:58.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Well, I guess I might as well say thank you now. The closing. Thank you so much for popping in and listening to us ramble and watching us just get us started on doing some stuff.
Fucking turning over again with the shit.
Yeah. I hope everyone has a happy holidays and safe as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna party fucking hard. But no,
great holidays.
Have an amazing holidays.
Spend time with your family.
Yep, with the ones that you love.
With the ones that you love, that's better.
And if not, fucking DM me. I'll talk shit to you. No, thank everybody for spending time with us and seeing us during the holidays and all that good stuff.
We'll see you
Merry
next
Christmas. Week. Happy holidays.
Woo.
Pretty finger up your butt.
You never know.
Hey man, sometimes you're into that. Whatever.
Sometimes you party.
Yes, sometimes you party indeed.
Thanks for joining us on YouTube. We'll see you next time.
Instagram.
And Instagram. So, bye.
Bye.
Felicia.